Have you ever noticed that the loudest prison has no walls? It doesn't lock your body. It doesn't chain your hands. Yet somehow, it keeps millions of people trapped every single day. What if I told you that the greatest obstacle in your life isn't your past, your job, your finances, or even the people around you? It's the endless conversation happening inside your own mind. The strange part? Most people don't even realize they're trapped. They call it being careful. They call it thinking ahead. They call it being responsible. But beneath those innocent labels hides something far more dangerous. Overthinking, a silent force that steals joy before it even arrives. A habit that turns small problems into impossible mountains. A thief that quietly robs your confidence, your peace, your courage, and sometimes entire years of your life. Think about it. How many opportunities have disappeared because you waited for the perfect moment? How many conversations never happened because you imagined the worst possible outcome? How many dreams have stayed locked inside you? Not because you lack talent, but because your mind convinced you that failure was inevitable. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your mind can become either your greatest teacher or your cruelest dictator. The difference lies in whether you control your thoughts or your thoughts control you. Over 2,500 years ago, the Buddha observed something extraordinary about the human condition. He noticed that suffering rarely comes from reality itself. Instead, much of our suffering comes from the stories we create about reality. Not what is happening, but what might happen. Not what someone actually said, but what we think they meant. Not today's challenge, but tomorrow's imagined disaster. This simple insight remains astonishingly relevant today. In an age filled with notifications, endless comparisons, constant opinions, and overwhelming information, our minds rarely experience true silence. We're always analyzing, always predicting, always replaying yesterday or rehearsing tomorrow. Yet, while the mind races endlessly, life quietly continues without us. A beautiful sunrise passes unnoticed. A loved one's smile receives only half our attention. An incredible opportunity walks by because we're too busy arguing with invisible scenarios inside our heads. The Buddha taught that the restless mind behaves much like a monkey swinging wildly from one branch to another, never still, never satisfied, always reaching, always fearing, always chasing. That restless monkey still lives inside us today, except now it has social media. It has breaking news. It has endless emails. It has thousands of voices competing for our attention every hour. No wonder so many people feel mentally exhausted before their day has truly begun. But here's something remarkable. The Buddha never taught people to stop thinking. Thinking itself isn't the enemy. Wisdom requires thought. Growth requires reflection. Learning requires curiosity. The real danger begins when thinking transforms into endless mental loops that produce no clarity, only fear. Imagine standing at the edge of a calm lake. When the water is still, you can clearly see your reflection. But if someone constantly throws stones into that lake, the surface becomes disturbed. Your reflection disappears. The lake hasn't lost its ability to reflect. It has simply lost its stillness. Your mind works exactly the same way. The problem isn't that your mind lacks intelligence. The problem is that it rarely experiences stillness long enough for wisdom to appear. Modern psychology now confirms something the Buddha understood centuries ago. The human brain naturally focuses more on threats than possibilities. This survival instinct once protected our ancestors from danger. Today, it often protects us from happiness. We anticipate rejection before introducing ourselves. We imagine failure before taking the first step. We predict disappointment before giving life a genuine chance. Our minds create storms, then convince us they're weather forecasts. The Buddha invited people to ask a radically different question. Instead of asking, what if everything goes wrong? He encouraged awareness of the present moment, because reality is almost always kinder than imagination. Notice your own experience. When you're waiting for difficult news, your mind creates dozens of frightening possibilities. Most never happen. When preparing for an important conversation, your mind rehearses endless disasters. Most never occur. When beginning something new, your imagination predicts embarrassment, judgment, failure. Yet reality usually unfolds in ways you could never have predicted. The mind loves certainty. Life offers uncertainty. Peace comes when we stop demanding one from the other. This is where true mental freedom begins, not by controlling every outcome, but by realizing you were never meant to. The Buddha often reminded his students that trying to control every event in life is like trying to hold water tightly in your fist. The harder you squeeze, the faster it escapes. Yet, when you gently cup your hands, the water naturally remains. Life responds similarly. Peace doesn't come from forcing certainty. It comes from learning how to remain steady even when certainty doesn't exist. That lesson alone has the power to transform your relationships, your career, your health, and your inner world. Because confidence isn't knowing exactly what will happen. Confidence is trusting that whatever happens, you can meet it with clarity instead of panic. And perhaps that's the greatest illusion overthinking creates. It convinces us that worrying is preparation. But worrying prepares us for nothing except more worrying. Real preparation happens through action, through learning, through experience, through presence, never through endless mental rehearsals that never leave the stage of imagination. As long as you remain trapped inside tomorrow's fears, you'll never fully live today's opportunities. And today's opportunities are quietly shaping the future you keep worrying about. The moment you understand this, everything begins to change. Because overthinking does not simply steal your peace. It quietly steals your identity. The more you replay every mistake, every awkward conversation, every possible future disaster, the more you begin to believe that those thoughts are who you are. But according to Buddhist wisdom, this is one of the greatest illusions of all. You are not every thought that appears in your mind. Thoughts are like clouds passing across the sky. Some are bright, some are dark, some arrive without warning, some disappear before you even notice them. Yet the sky itself remains untouched. Your awareness is that sky. The Buddha encouraged people not to fight every thought, but to observe it. The moment you observe a thought instead of becoming it, something remarkable happens. You create space, and inside that space, freedom is born. Imagine sitting beside a busy highway. Thousands of cars rush past every hour. If you chase every single car, you'll exhaust yourself before the day ends. But if you simply sit and watch them pass, you remain peaceful. Your thoughts work the same way. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your belief. Not every emotion deserves your obedience. This simple realization can completely transform your life. One day, a student approached the Buddha with a troubled expression. "My mind never stops," he said. "I want peace, but my thoughts keep pulling me away." The Buddha smiled gently and asked, "If someone places a burning torch in your hands, what would you do?" "I would let go immediately," the student replied. The Buddha nodded. "Then why do you continue holding thoughts that burn your peace?" That question still echoes through time, because many of us hold on to mental burdens long after they have served any purpose. We replay old arguments. We carry old regrets. We imagine future failures. We criticize ourselves more harshly than anyone else ever could. And then we wonder why peace feels so far away. But peace was never hiding. It was simply buried beneath unnecessary thinking. This doesn't mean ignoring real problems. It means facing them with a clear mind instead of a fearful one. There is enormous strength in calmness. A calm mind notices solutions that a frightened mind cannot see. A calm heart builds relationships that fear destroys. A calm spirit makes decisions based on wisdom instead of impulse. That is why true mental strength is not measured by how much pressure you can survive. It is measured by how much peace you can protect. The modern world celebrates being busy. Buddhist wisdom celebrates being present. The modern world rewards constant stimulation. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that silence is not emptiness. Silence is where clarity grows. Take a moment and ask yourself, how much of today's stress actually exists in this exact moment? Right now, as you listen, are you safe? Are you breathing? Is this moment asking anything impossible from you? Often the answer is no. Yet the mind races toward tomorrow, dragging today's peace with it. The Buddha repeatedly pointed people back to the present because this is the only place life is ever experienced. You cannot breathe tomorrow's breath. You cannot smile yesterday's smile. You cannot love someone next week. Life always unfolds here. Now, every peaceful life is built from peaceful moments. Not all at once. One moment at a time. So the next time your mind begins creating endless stories, pause. Take one slow breath. Notice a thought without judging it. Then ask yourself, is this thought helping me or trapping me? That single question can interrupt years of unconscious habit, because awareness breaks the cycle. Awareness creates choice, and choice creates freedom. Remember, the strongest person in the room is not always the loudest. It is often the one who has learned to remain steady, while everyone else is pulled in every direction by fear. That quiet strength cannot be purchased. It cannot be borrowed. It can only be cultivated, day by day, thought by thought, breath by breath. The Buddha never promised a life without uncertainty. He showed a path toward peace within uncertainty. He never promised a world without problems. He showed that suffering becomes lighter when we stop adding unnecessary mental weight to every experience. This timeless wisdom remains just as powerful today as it was centuries ago. Technology has changed. Society has changed. Our lifestyles have changed. But the human mind still searches for the same thing. Peace, not the kind that depends on perfect circumstances. The kind that remains even when life is imperfect. And perhaps that is the greatest victory any person can achieve. Not controlling the world, but mastering the mind that experiences it. So today, choose one small step. Release one unnecessary worry. Forgive one old mistake. Take one meaningful action instead of thinking about it endlessly. Trust one moment more than one fearful prediction. Little by little, you will discover something extraordinary. The life you've been searching for was never waiting in a perfect future. It has been quietly waiting beneath the noise of your own thoughts. Thank you for spending these moments with us. If this message spoke to your heart, consider sharing it with someone who may need this reminder today. Your support helps spread timeless wisdom to people seeking clarity, strength, and inner peace. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another journey into Buddhist wisdom and practical life lessons. Welcome to Wisdom Hub Buddha, where ancient wisdom meets modern life, one mindful step at a time. Until next time, protect your peace, guard your mind, and remember, a quiet mind is not an empty mind. It is a powerful one.